Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Gaming Movie Show. My name is Deshaun and today I'm here to review Cobra Kai Season 4. Now Cobra Kai, this is the second season that is a Netflix show because as some of you may know, Cobra Kai started off as a YouTube Red. Remember that? I haven't mentioned that in forever, man. But it started off as a YouTube Red show, which shocked the hell out of me. It was fantastic, caught me off guard. But when it moved to Netflix about last year, and this season, I'm not it's just another great season. It feels like reviewing this show is just the easiest thing because they haven't dropped the ball yet. I mean, there's a couple of things that maybe they could have done better. There's a couple of things that I'm that's kind of some, teen melodrama crap going on there. But overall, this season is just that's probably the thing I can even put in the thumbnail. Another great season. This takes place, as you know, last season ended with Johnny and Danny joining forces. Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fangs.
Stupid name.
Sorry, Steph's in the background if you hear him. Don't mind him. Anyways, they joined forces, and and honestly, I've said this last season. I actually said this in the first season when I reviewed that. I was clearly this is leading to them joining forces because over the seasons, they always set little breadcrumbs that Daniel and Johnny aren't that different from one another. They have a lot more in common than it's that whole thing, you hate him so much because he reminds you of yourself kind of deal going on with those two. There's so much that they have in common. And in the moments where they're not thinking about their old beef and they're just sitting down talking and they get along and it even throws them off that they get along. So I knew it was leading to this direction. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but how it resolves itself was a bit unexpected, the direction it ended up going in. But regardless of which, so they're teaming up. A lot of the kids who were rivals and whatnot, like Hawk and them, they're on the side of the good now. Of course, Johnny's son he's a mess. He's a mess, and he's with Cobra Kai. But more importantly, the show continues the theme of it's just complicated, dude. Villains and heroes and. We're all villains of our own. We're all heroes of our own story, and we're all villains to someone else. Just because you think you are you, so you don't in your mind. You might be a dick to someone. In your mind, you're well, I'm justified to being a dick to that guy. But in that guy's perspective, you're just a dick. You don't. And when it really shows when they show these things from different perspective. Now there is one particular character in here who is a little shit. He's even worse. And I thought he went from being annoying to a little shit. And it's crazy how that happened. Because in the first couple seasons, I don't know if you remember, Daniel's chubby little son who was on the games all the time. He was not really a part of any of it. Not really. He's in the background. He's doing his own thing.
Comic relief.
So, but he apparently, I can't tell. Someone could post in the comment section. Did they recast him or did that kid really have a gross birth? Because all of a sudden, there's he's skinny and he's a bit taller. And that happens. That happens all the time to chubby little kids. I've seen a bunch of chubby little kids who when they get older, all of a sudden they shed it a bit. I've seen it happen to many girls when I was in middle school. And they get a little older, and next thing you know, they're just fucking Slim Jims. And you're just what the hell happened to you? So I wouldn't put it past it that it is the same actor and he did just slim down. But all of a sudden, minor spoilers, he starts to become a bully. And it comes out. It doesn't it's subtly introduced, and then when it happens, you're wait, what? But I'll leave the rest of that for you to see. But he was definitely a lot. Now Kreese. It's Kreese. I think it's Kreese. Yeah, it's Kreese. Johnny's old sensei, that psycho. Seeing that the tides are changing, decided to go recruit an old friend of his from the Karate Kid to Terry Silver. Now, a lot of people don't even remember Terry Silver. Unless you're a Karate Kid fan and you watch the movies, you remember him. But Terry was the one who, back in the day, recruited Daniel, which is another thing that people don't know, to join Cobra Kai. Daniel and Mr. Miyagi had a falling out. Daniel was basically Mr. Miyagi was all well, you want, trying to tell him to be humble, and Daniel was just I'm the champ. I'm going to go work for them. And Terry Silver kind of Palpatined him and was going the dark side. And the whole thing ended up working itself out. Daniel ended up getting out of there. And I'd be oh yeah, Cobra Kai's not for me. But he never forgot that he was that guy. Terry is let's just say, doing a lot better now. I mean, the dude's a millionaire. He's living in a fancy mansion. He's got a beautiful wife, and like, you know, he's hosting these massive parties. Well, these vegan parties in the back of his place. Which, by the way, I love when Kreese shows up to his party because Kreese is just like, you went from Nam to this? Well, he doesn't say that, but the way he's looking at these like vegan like little shish kebab stuff is just like, the hell is this? What happened to you? Because, like, you know, Terry's, he's calm, he's cool, he's got his hair down and whatnot. And Kreese does drag him back. Because Kreese is like, remember who you used to be? And Terry's like, no, I'm not that guy anymore. Yes, you are. And he works him, and eventually he comes back. Now, where this leads was actually pretty badass. Like, where it ended up leading, by the time the season comes to an end, you're like, well, I didn't see that coming. But either way, I can't really say too much without spoiling. The action is still fun. The characters are still, there's a lot more drama. There's a lot more pieces. I am still wondering how much can they wring out of this. Because they have almost introduced almost every character from the freaking Karate Kid pantheon. Because let me see. Like in the canon, there's like 4. Because there's the 3 Karate Kids, and then there's the next Karate Kid. There's a bunch of Karate Kids. I don't know if they're going to use next Karate Kid, but they've used almost every character from the OG Karate Kid trilogy. Like, I mean, almost every one of them. So I'm curious how they can keep pushing this. But regardless, it was fun. It was funny. All the characters are still real. Sort of. Sometimes there's a little bit of drama, a little bit of melodrama here and there. But overall, it's just another successful season of Cobra Kai. Thank you guys for joining the Cobra Kai Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. What did you think of Cobra Kai? Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite fight? Try not to spoil anything, but I've seen it, so I won't care. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me in the Cobra Kai Movie Show again. See you guys in the next one.